On this one-year anniversary of the war in Ukraine, President Joe Biden met virtually with the leaders of the G7 to discuss the conflict. Ukraine's president also joined them as the U.S. announced that it would send more aid to Ukraine. White House Correspondent Owen Jensen reports. Owen?
Tracy, that meeting with G7 leaders was closed to the press, but they sent out a statement saying in part they, quote, condemn Russia's illegal, unjustifiable, and unprovoked war and, quote, commit to intensifying diplomatic, financial, and military support for Ukraine.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky pledges to push for victory in 2023. And while Ukrainians mark the somber first anniversary of the Russian invasion, the Pentagon announces a $2 billion commitment to send more rounds of ammunition and a variety of small, high-tech drones into the fight. U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin answered critics who say the U.S. and its allies are giving Ukraine enough to survive, but not enough to win.
First of all, the United States has provided over $30 billion worth of security assistance to Ukrainians. And we have worked with allies and partners to continue to get as much to Ukraine that they need as quickly as we possibly can.
And on the battlefield, the defense secretary says Ukraine has been successful beyond anyone's imagination.
They've decimated, in a lot of cases, many of the forces, the Russian forces that have been fielded. Putin had his best forces committed to this fight, and the Ukrainians have chewed up a large portion of them.
Meanwhile, Vice President Kamala Harris holds another meeting on what the White House calls reproductive health care. She defended mifepristone.
It is a drug that is used to perform medication abortion. It is FDA approved.
But a recent lawsuit filed by a pro-life organization against the FDA says in part, the FDA failed America's women and girls when it chose politics over science and approved chemical abortion drugs for use in the United States. And it has continued to fail them by repeatedly removing even the most basic precautionary requirements associated with their use.
Now back to the war in Ukraine. Tonight, more sanctions on the way, the new round of them aimed at Russian firms, banks, manufacturers, and individuals. Russia's metals and mining sector among those targeted by the U.S. Treasury Department. At the White House, Owen Jensen, EWTN News Nightly.